Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and today I'm going to talk about the Emoji Movie. This movie is as soulless and corporate as you imagined it would be. It's almost like if somehow movie studios figured out a way to make a program that test marketed actual jokes and lines that have been played out throughout tons of movies and animated films and made sure they were all exactly correct not to offend anybody, then this movie would actually be the screenplay that would be a blueprint for that. It has absolutely really no soul within it. It has no real auteur voice other than Sony and having money. It's almost like if God didn't exist and money was the only thing that mattered, then an Emoji Movie would be the embodiment of that kind of a society. And that's really what's so horrible about this movie is, I guess the Lego Movie brought us on to stuff like this, and also Sony being a horrible studio, and people went, wow, you can make a movie out of anything, because that Lego Movie, that worked out, that was pretty good. It was like, that was a miracle in itself, and the Lego Movie was a miracle, especially in comparison to the Emoji Movie, which was fucking horrendous. This is just like watching any copy of an animated film or animated TV show that I hate. This is like third generation from crap. It is a horrible corporate dumpster fire. And Sony, for whatever reason, seems to make these films that feel like they could, according to them, be hits. And despite the fact that this is selling a Sony phone, it's on a Sony phone, not an iPhone, which I guess people can... I'm not a big phone person. I, don't. They made sure it was a Sony phone, which makes you think they would want to, know more about phones and stuff, but it really feels like a limited understanding of social media technology and everything like that. Now, they know enough to do the sponsors of this movie, which include Candy Crush, Dropbox, Facebook, Twitter. Oh, Crackle's on there. Does anyone use Crackle except to watch comedians in cars drinking coffee, which I think is on Hulu now or something? There's Instagram, there's a lot. I'm sure I'm leaving somebody. Oh, Just Dance. Is that, I thought that was a video game. That's an app now or something? I just don't. If someone would say, what's wrong with cinema? This feels like Bullseye in the Target. In a lot of ways, it feels like they fell into that and didn't even try to get themselves out. Now, there's various comparisons to Inside Out, which is both insulting and sad because they are sort of trying to do Inside Out a little bit. And I know the director said he was influenced by the original Toy Story, or he saw a poster of Toy Story, or knows just the concept of Toy Story. I don't know. The director Tony Leondis, who directed Leo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch as well, I think did a really bad job with this movie. It just doesn't feel like a cartoon that has any personality to it whatsoever. Its personality is something we see every day, and he didn't find a way to make that more than it already was. Every joke it makes about emojis has already been done. And if it hasn't done, if it's done here, it isn't even that inspired or interesting. This is like hearing your uncle talk about social media, and when they go into the Facebook app in it and go oh, these people are so obsessed with themselves and stuff. How come it wasn't like people posting nonstop political articles and then posting a long diatribe over it? The limited understanding of all these things, sometimes it'll be pro one but then anti the other, and it's like it's very Instagram's fine but Facebook, they're bad, and you're like, what? It's very similar. Where do you... And then when they go into the Tumblr app and they just leave crying, there was a lot of just obvious, just plain stupid, horrible jokes. And the voice acting is not very good. TJ Miller, for someone who has a lot of strong opinions on things, seems to be in a lot of shitty movies. Between, what was it, Transformers, one of them, whatever the one before this one was, and this, other than Deadpool, I don't think I've ever liked him in much of any movie. And obviously Patrick Stewart as shit, that was a thing. It was stunt casting. I guess we can blame Seth MacFarlane for getting Patrick Stewart involved in doing silly voice acting, and every line he does is a fucking poop pun. It's stupid. The joke only worked in one trailer, and if they were smart they would have left that for the movie, but they're making the Emoji Movie, so the intelligence part of it left. But I did really like the casting of Stephen Wright as the dad of Meh, which is actually perfect casting, and Jennifer Coolidge as Meh's wife. If you're going to give this movie any points, it's that they were the parents, and they stuck to the bit so well. They're probably the only actors in this who had any sort of conviction with a major role and really stuck to it, even when the script clearly wanted them to sort of break out from that, and they were like, no, we're in this bit, this is our character, we're Meh, and they stuck to it. And I respect their commitment, especially that Stephen Wright's in a major movie. That's been the only thing I've ever liked about this movie. It's hey, Stephen Wright's getting work. Maya Rudolph as Smiler was actually really good. If you ever had to deal with an obnoxious person in an HR department, she was almost perfect and a little terrifying. It reminded me a little too closely. Maya Rudolph's a great actress. She did a really good voice role. A lot of the people in this kind of don't have as expressive voices. That's kind of the difference between why someone is a good actor in a live action film and being a voice actor, is you have to have a very expressive voice, and it's a different kind of acting. And a lot of the people in this, it just felt like I couldn't tell if it was Anna Faris through most of it. I was like, who is that? Is that some woman? I don't... And Anna Faris has a really distinctive voice. I thought it was like a lot of this movie, the voice actors felt bored, or just they weren't very good at it. And this movie like really needs them to kind of get that to work, really. It didn't have distinctive voices. This is just so horrible. It's like a dumpster garbage fire put out with elephant piss and then lit on fire again because that elephant was drinking radioactive waste, and then you kind of just want to vacate the area and make it kind of like a Chernobyl type of thing. It's like I've joked before, like we're probably doomed, but this is like the kind of movie you take your kids to if you don't like your kids. This is terrible. It is such a regurgitation of the whole like, oh, believe in yourself thing. It's almost like cynical in the way it does it. Oh, emojis only have one thing, so of course this works perfectly. But the way they thought this works perfectly is so evil in the way it's using that genre. I'm so sick of this genre, and like I know Pixar does it a lot and a lot of animated films do it. Use this as the death nail to all of that, because I'm fucking sick of it. Animation is an amazing, beautiful medium that can do a lot of amazing things if used correctly. But if we're just going to use the same fucking story over and over again, what are we even doing? I understand genre conventions and stuff, but animation isn't a genre. And yet the way Emoji Movie uses this kind of construct, it treats it like it is a genre. And that's the problem. That's what the problem was before Pixar, when everyone just wanted to make a Disney movie. And the Emoji Movie kind of shows you that we're just falling in line with this genre, and we're not trying to escape from that genre, we're just trying to play into it. And that's our understanding of animation at this point. And the sad thing is that this seems almost so obvious of what it would be. It's predictable, and it's sad because we all knew what this movie was going to be. We knew that it was going to be, oh, he has to break out from himself and everything. You knew what this movie was going to be when you saw the first trailer, and it became exactly the nightmare we were all fearing. And yet it plays into the fact that we're all so ready for that genre, it knows how to go within it and probably maybe even be successful. Should we be mad at the Emoji Movie, or really should we be mad at the whole idea of believing in yourself for taking over the whole idea of animation? Certainly you should believe in yourself and stuff, but honestly, if you need an animated movie to tell you that, I think you have more problems than the whole idea of people considering animation a genre is. You should believe in yourself, and you should understand that you can be who you want to be. But the Emoji Movie was never going to do that for you. I've seen this movie a million times, and if you're going to make a joke, depressing version of what this movie would be, that is this movie. It's almost depressing and letting you down on the fact that it is so predictable. It's sad to see how predictable it is. The Emoji Movie is going to infect all of us, and it's infected us in the way that we're just keep seeing this genre do the exact same crap over and over again and not do anything new with it. But the Emoji Movie isn't doing that. It's just playing so hard into that, it's predictable. And it's like the studio goes, you know, just went, we're an Emoji Movie, the thing about believing in yourself, write that fucking thing, we'll make some money, who cares? This is a big property for people. And it's sad, and it's depressing about the ways that corporations and product placement has played within a movie in ways that, you know, people are talking about the death of cinema. I know that's, you know, maybe going a little too far, and maybe in the summer we'll all forget about it. But the future ramifications of this film are depressing as well. I did a voiceover for a Bedhead Bernie video about this, and I honestly sort of do believe that it is a little scary in ways. And in other ways, it's just so clueless about the subject matter it's doing. I don't know if it's as evil. It's more focused on the evil money it's getting than the actual film it's covering or the subject matter, really. All the text message bubbles that come up just go ... There's so many funny ideas to do with having text bubbles come up, having teenagers in a high school. But it was like watching all these bubbles go ... And I was like, is the text waiting? But like nobody texts any words. They just text ... Maybe that's how teenagers text now. Is that... I don't know. Do they? Shit, do they? Maybe they do. Fuck. Maybe that's not... Maybe the Emoji Movie isn't wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is art now. Maybe I should accept this. I mean, why am I not accepting the Emoji Movie? Maybe this is the future of cinema. Like, we should just accept that advertising and technology is what stories are about now. That's how you relate to people. Why am I so acting like that cinema should, and animation should be something and say something without acknowledging our corporate overlords? Really, the Emoji Movie is our dystopian future, and we should all really just accept it. and be fine with it. I mean, you know, is it so wrong to mention Dropbox? We all use it anyway. We should just accept Emoji Movie, because this is our future. Soon we'll have movies about everything from, you know, toilet paper to Flappy Bird or something, and we'll just all have to be okay with that. And we'll probably just all accept it and see it. That's just the end of it. This is what art is now. We should just accept that this is the way it is. This is the horrible future terribleness that maybe Hollywood's become. Then maybe we should just be alright with that. Maybe we should just accept it. Maybe this is the society we've all been building to and supporting, and it's our own fault that the Emoji Movie exists. It's not just Sony's fault for being a terrible studio. I mean, the Emoji Movie is typical for Sony, and I guess we've just accepted that this is a terrible studio. It was always a horrible idea, and we're just going to accept that these things will continue to happen. So when the Emoji Movie 2 comes out, and I'm here talking about how horrible and it's the death of cinema, maybe it's not. Maybe this is just how art is. Maybe Andy Warhol was building to all this, from pop art to using advertising as art to advertise and sell things to young children, and they won't know what's the difference between an actual opinionated, interesting, unique message and just advertising. But isn't advertising a unique message in itself, and shouldn't we just accept that? The Emoji Movie made me think about things. It made me think about the death of culture and identity, and how none of that really matters anymore, because we're just going to get movies like this, and we should just roll over and let society kind of become the Kmart white noise that we're all fearing all along. The sad reality of life is the Emoji Movie, and we should just all accept it and keep on sadly living in a world where this movie exists. This was predictably awful. It's predictable that I hate this movie and tried to make this review funny somehow. I'm sure they knew critics weren't going to like it. I'm sure they knew what they were doing. They didn't spend a ton on this, probably because they knew it would make enough that they'd all be fine. Nothing's surprising anymore. The Emoji Movie happened and kind of destroyed us all. Destroyed art and movies just so Sony could make a movie about a bunch of dumb pictures on our phone that we send to each other. And I guess that was kind of the end of all of it. Or it was just, you know, sort of a dumb movie at the end of summer that we're all ready to make fun of, and then we'll move on and forget about it until someone brings it up in, you know, can you believe they made a movie out of this or something. I don't know anymore. I don't know. Instead of knowing things, I guess we'll just accept the Emoji Movie. So if you have seen the Emoji Movie and you would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments and subscribe if you would like to.